Hello everyone, welcome to our Terraform series. In today's session, we are dive deeper into Terraform and creating our first Terraform module. By the end of this video, you will not only understand the concept of modules, but also how to implement them from scratch. We will work together to set up an AWS EC2 instance and manage our infrastructure code efficiently. Let's get started. First, open the code space in GitHub. I have already opened Codespace. So open and let's verify that Terraform and AWS are installed in GitHub Codespace. If we have not set up Codespace yet, don't worry, I will leave the link to my GitHub repository in the description where you can get everything started. So in the terminal type Terraform version and hit enter, and it is indicate the Terraform is successfully installed on our Codespace. Now let's verify for the AWS version, and as you can see the AWS is also installed into our Codespace. Now the both Terraform and AWS CLI are installed and we are ready to move forward. Next we need to ensure our environment is well prepared with the right extensions. Let's install the Terraform and HCL extensions. So open the extension tab in GitHub Codespace and type Terraform and install the official HashiCorp Terraform extension. Here is the extension. Now then search HCL and install HashiCorp HCL. Now our both extensions are installed into our Codespace. These extensions provide support for HashiCorp configuration language and Terraform files, which will make working with Terraform easier. Now that the setup is complete, let's create our first Terraform module into our directory folder and create main.tf file. We will start by defining the AWS provider and setting up an EC2 instance. The provider block will specify the region and then we will define the EC2 instance resource. So when I type provider, it can show auto suggestion. So I click here and type AWS. Then type reg and you can see the region are shown in auto suggestion. So I will type enter and now type US East 1. Then type resource, and here is the asking for which resource. So I can type AWS instance and provide name here, which is example, and type AMI or Amazon Machine Image. Then instance type. Now provide this value into blank, and if you are unsure about any values like the AMI or instance type, you can always check the official Terraform AWS document. So go to the new tab and type Terraform AWS. And as you can see, the official Terraform website is here. And you can also see the example over here. And let's move to our code space. To make our module more flexible, we will introduce variables. At the top of the main.tf, define the variables for AMI and instance type. So I'll provide variables AMI value, then type description, and also you can set the description according to your requirements. So I can set value for the AMI. For easily understand, this is a variable used for AMI. Now I'll copy that and type name like instance type value. Also you can specify here, the value here. For default value, you can set that here. Now I change the description name to the instance type. Now modify the AWS instance resource to use these variables. So I can type here where, so remove the comma and type where.ami value, same as here, remove and type where instance type value. This allows us to provide different values dynamically, making the code more reusable. Now, we will create a terraform.tf files. So create a new file and enter name terraform.tf and hit enter. This file to store actual values for our variables. And I had created a terraform.tf files in the same directory. Now populate it with the required values. So type AMI value, then provide here the Amazon machine image value. Then type instance type value. So I can type here which is the default T2 micro. To get the AMI ID, you can go to the AWS console and search for EC2. So I open the AWS and go to the EC2. Then launch instance and select the image. For example, in this demonstration, we will select the Ubuntu. And as you can see here, the AMI ID is here. And as you can see, the AMI ID is here. So I'll copy that and let's move to our code space and paste here. Now, to keep things organized, we will move to our variable declaration to separate variables.tf file. Now let's move to the main.tf and cut the variables. Then create new file, name of variables.tf and paste here. Also you can see the error is gone. This keeps the code clean and modular, following Terraform's best practice. Now we are ready to run our Terraform commands. We will move to the day3 folder and initialize Terraform. So first of all, we move to our day3 folder, type cd day3 and hit enter and type ls. As you can see, our Terraform file is here, main.tf, terraform.tf and variables.tf. Run the following commands. So I will run the Terraform init for initialization. Now the Terraform has been successfully initialized. For the planning and which services can be added during the Terraform apply. So it is a good practice to run command terraform plan. Now you will see our Terraform plan successfully run, and also you can see the following instances or services can be added during our infrastructure creation. Also you can see the one to add, 0 to change and 0 to destroy. So our next command is terraform apply. For confirmation, type yes and it will creating an instance into our AWS console by using Terraform modules, and wait for it for successfully creation. Now you will see the success message. It is successfully created a virtual machine or an instance into our AWS console. So let's move to our AWS console and see the console and type EC2 and open this service and open instance running, and here is the instance is created which is the T2 micro. Let's move to our code space. Terraform will initialize, plan and apply the configuration, provisioning the EC2 instance in AWS. Now lastly, when our work has been done, it is a good practice to destroy our instance. To destroy instance, so type terraform destroy and it is asked for a confirmation. So I will type yes and hit enter, and it is a start destroying our EC2 instance from our AWS console. So wait for it for successfully destroying. Now you can see our instance is successfully destroyed from our AWS console. Now let's check it from AWS console. So I'll refresh that and no matching instance found. And first of all, we remove our filter and see our instance is destroyed. Now let's move to the code space, and lastly let's create an output for our EC2 instance public IP. So create a new file into DHV folder which is named outputs.tf and write the following code: output and enter name here is public IP address. Then type value and write AWS instance example dot public IP, and also you can see the auto suggestion. So I click the public IP. This will print the public IP of our EC2 instance after the Terraform apply command. Now let's run our Terraform commands one more to see everything in action. Now run our Terraform commands. So I'll type Terraform init and hit enter. And you can see that Terraform has been successfully initialized. Now I will type Terraform plan. And when I scroll up, and you can see here the instance type is here T2 micro, and you also see the AMI ID. So I'll scroll back and type Terraform apply for creating our infrastructure, and it will ask for prompt. So I'll confirmation yes. So it will creating our EC2 instance. After running these commands, Terraform will provision your EC2 instance and display the public IP address. And also you can see here our public IP is displayed because of output.tf file. And that's how you can create your first Terraform module. And you have learned how to organize your Terraform code using variables, output values, and work with AWS infrastructure. So thank you for watching and see you in the next one.